can't see it all.
Okay, there we go. We're live on YouTube and we should be live on our phones as well. Okay. If we could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, if we could do attendance first. So, Tom McKinney,
Here.
Margaret,
Here.
Lynn Hill,
Here.
Carrie Richardson, Carrie,
Are you on, Carrie?
Yeah, see, I can hear her. I mean,
just barely we can hear you. We got our volume all the way up, Carrie. Try again, Carrie. No, you're real faint. Why don't you hang up and call back in again? Okay,
We couldn't hear her down here.
yeah, we real barely could
yeah,
hear.
you had to like sit on top of it.
Lance Mark? Let me send him a quick text. Sean Pogue's here, Maureen Beach. She nodded her head.
Yeah, yes, here. Sorry. Are you Gerald?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No, it's about the same. We have to listen real careful. Yeah, I don't know why you're coming through so soft, Carrie. Sorry, dear.
Is she got her cell phone on?
You're on your cell phone, right?
Let me call you and we'll put you on speaker.
You hear that? Tom said he's gonna call you on from his cell phone and then put you on speaker.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Yep. You still with me, Carrie?
I'm here.
Okay. I had feedback, so I wasn't sure.
Hi, we're just getting ready to start our organizational meeting and followed by the workshop. Yeah, if you could tap in and listen in there, please. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, now, technology. Isn't this great? What time is it? It's 10 after.
10 after, 9 minutes after.
Okay, I got my phone set for any text messages, emails, that line set up. Okay. Everybody has, and I apologize, but for the appointments, I forgot the hourly rates. Not what we had budgeted, like salaries and so on, that was already set through the budget. This is for the hourly people that I had forgot to put on here, so that's on the end of page 3. But otherwise, a couple of other things I had changed on here. Under appointments, if you were looking at last year's at the very bottom of page 1, I even had your council people listed. You're not appointments. You're an elected official. You're not an appointment. So I was totally incorrect when I did that last year, so that's why it's not there at this time. Page 2 there, you've got the grievance board, zoning board of appeals, planning board, and everybody on here has agreed to continue in their positions or to continue. And I listed them by when their terms expire.
Sorry, I'm having a really hard time hearing Sean.
Well, I'll switch phones and put it up there so it's next to Sean.
I'll put it right on that wall in case for anything you have to say. Hope this got full charge on it, Tom. Which end?
It's right side up. It was.
Okay. I'm going to sit it right there. Can you hear me okay, Carrie?
Gary?
I can hear you better than before, yeah.
Okay, I got you on the wall in front of the table so that you'll be able to hear, because Margaret and Tom are on the other side of it's probably the plexiglass, our courtroom plexiglass stuff.
Perfect, thank you.
So as I was saying, I eliminate on the front page there, I had the 4 council people listed. You're not appointed, you're elected people. Therefore, you should not be on there. That was a mistake on my part last year. On the second page are the 3 boards and the members and when their terms expire. I have spoken with those that were close to expiring or had expired, and they have been, they expressed desire to continue in their positions. As you can see under the ZBA, we do have a vacancy due to Dick Miller resigning here this past month. So we do have that position that the ZBA needs to let us know who they have selected. Grievance board is all set there, and I said that I had put these by their term expirations in sequential order. Then you have supplemental when it comes to mileage. The state cut back in how much they reimburse per mile, therefore the county cut back. And the county cuts back one penny from what the state is, and we've always cut back 1 penny from the county. So last year was 57 cents per mile. This year it's 54 cents per mile reimbursement. Official newspaper, depositories, pre-approved conferences, meeting times. I have a question here, everybody. Are still meeting at the same day and time. But for us, for our workshops, this is where I am questioning, because Margaret's unavailable on Wednesday nights. And that's when we used to have our workshops in the past. Therefore, we had talked about, we had selected Thursday. Well, right now it's kind of convenient because court's not in session. They're closed down. So we can still meet in here for court. I mean, I'm sorry, yes, not for
For
court. Thank you,
workshops.
Maureen. But for a workshop, we can still meet in here like we will be doing today. But when, if and when courts do open up again, we will not be able to meet in this room. So that'll eliminate us from here. Now,
Well, can't we look at another date?
well, that's what I'm asking. Another day or time or time that we can meet.
So you got
Tuesday?
what, Tuesdays, Margaret?
I can do Tuesdays.
I can, at this point, I have no problem with Tuesday. I don't know about Lynn and Gary.
I'm fine.
How are you,
My-
Gary?
Go ahead,
Gary?
Gary.
My schedule has changed a little bit and I work now I used to work Mondays, Wednesdays, now I work Tuesday, Thursdays. And,
Of course.
I tend to get out around 6:30. It's not that I have to. I don't mind doing it on a Tuesday or Thursday, but if there's a way that,
I can do Monday.
like even 5:30 would help me out.
Okay, what about a Monday?
I could do Monday.
I got no, I
I
could
can
do
do
Monday.
Mondays.
We're gonna have to say, because of the way the calendar breaks down, we can't say it'd be the first Monday of the month. Well,
It should be all right because if-
well, it'd be like 10 days prior. Yeah, we'll go with the first Monday of the month. So instead of Thursday, we'll change that to the first Monday.
5 o'clock.
yeah, sorry with me.
At what time?
5 o'clock works for me.
Carrie?
Monday, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's Tuesday, Thursdays that I work now, so
Okay, so 5 PM on Mondays, then the first Monday of each month.
that's fine.
Okay, just remember though, that if the first of the month is a Tuesday or a Wednesday, then our meeting would be the Monday, 2 days prior to the board meeting.
Yeah.
Just remember that. Okay, and we'll start that as of February, because we're already having a workshop now, and we won't worry about one before our board meeting next week.
How does that work, Maureen? You got the calendar.
Yep, it'll happen in June.
June.
So in June, your workshop will be Monday, 2 days later, your board meeting. Just 1 second. Again, in September, your
What are the
workshop will
dates on
be the-
those?
I'm sorry, what?
What were the dates on those?
In June, it's gonna be, your workshop will be the 7th, board meeting the 9th. September, your workshop will be the 6th, board meeting on the 8th. Just double check. And again, December, workshop on the 6th. And, board meeting on the 8th. So those 3 months, June, September, December.
I think we can live with those.
Yeah, I think so. I'll go down and put them in my phone right away.
Okay?
Put them in my phone right away so I don't book anything else.
Okay, then, with the rates of pay, that's with the minimum wage put in. The state finally decided just a couple of weeks ago that they will still continue with the rate of the increase in minimum wage. So that brought up to $12.50 for the grievance board members and the election inspectors. Everybody else was frozen from last year, as we did with everybody. Grievance board members, I inadvertently put down, that would be $12.50 per meeting. I scratched it out just now, so I remember to change that. It should be per hour for the grievance board members.
for, the bookkeeper.
That
So I
was-
think that was the only thing that I noticed that wasn't on from last year.
That, just like with the superintendent and the town clerk and those, because that was budgeted for a, what should be a minimum amount that was put into the budget. Anything that was put into the budget, I did not put on here.
But, the deputy clerks and like, that isn't, and the dog control officer, like, all of those are budgeted. Like, everything is budgeted, right?
Everything's budgeted, we could put the whole budget in here then.
No, I mean, I guess that, like, my thought is just anybody that's hourly, that's paid hourly, their rate of pay should be included in this appointment.
Right, because she's not covered under here.
I mean, we've had it, like, it's the same, it's the same position, right? It's just we've named it differently, so it should still be included in the rates of pay.
Okay, I'll put it down, bookkeeper, $13.77 per hour. And therefore, I gotta include a number of others then too then. I'll have to go back through and take a look.
Because if they're not here, then they're there.
I'm confused as to, what other ones, like, I was just going based off of what we had last year.
Yeah, I'm getting a little confused now too, looking at this
Yeah.
one.
Well, I tried making it a little bit more simplified because there was a lot of extra info in there that wasn't really needed.
Right. Let me cross out these.
You know, I mean, it's like,
But let me get what you said,
court, what one?
77.
$13.77
All
per
right,
hour.
so this one can go.
Court clerk is, per hour, is it not?
Yeah, so it
Okay.
should be in here, right here.
Oh, justice clerk, okay. Deputy clerks, election inspectors.
Okay, so see, deputy supervisor should be set now. Let me scratch out here who doesn't need. Justice. See, and then, okay,
Okay,
so these are our elected, I've just scratched out. Yeah, I've got that here.
Yep.
So I've taken out the elected. Then you've got like this.
Deputy
Huh.
supervisor
Yeah,
and,
he should be recorded somewhere on here that you're setting it now, what he gets.
okay, so deputy supervisor,
And then deputy superintendent. Town attorney.
yeah, but that's a set rate done through the
Okay.
budget.
Yeah, all right, yeah. That wasn't,
But don't we still have, like, this is like, approval of that, for that person?
right, that's, yeah, that's.
Well, then I shouldn't have changed all that then.
No, because you had all these in that I'm scratching off. Like assessor, he does not get set now. He's been set. You've already got me, so you had me there twice.
Well, that's because the salary's there and then rates
Right.
of pay.
Yeah, right, so that's why it was a duplication.
I mean, like historian, that's budgeted,
Right, but see, everything, water clerk comes under,
completely different.
historian is just a flat fee, but I would say a historian, you should set each year, pay the amount. These are already budgeted in the water.
But you see,
Can I, and maybe I just don't understand, so these appointments are to clarify who is in those specific positions for anyone in the town to be able to see, and then also what their pay is. So
No,
if they have, like, you know, we can contract, or we can have an agreement with Lance that we're gonna give them X amount to be our attorney, but that maybe.
completely by the budget. Because, yeah, the budget may have extra amounts. And I just want to clarify, Carrie, no, this tonight, when you just did appointments, yes, that's spelling it out. Rates of pay is just for the position. You know, like deputy clerks, it doesn't say again who's in it. These here, so.
I'll go back to last year's list then.
This one,
No, those are,
that's rates of pay.
That's identical to that right there with the exception of that.
Right, right. And that's why she brought that up, because it was the only one
Right.
that was missing. But
But
then
then-
this can come out, but then
But you
I'm
just got
saying
done
to
saying we
you,
gotta put those
right,
back in.
I'm saying to you, I don't have the answer, but I'm saying, I'm kind of putting it out there. The deputy supervisor, the deputy highway, you know what it is? Until a few short years ago, we didn't pay those positions. And so it was done by resolution. So, I mean, if you want to do it by resolution at the first meeting every year, you can. But all I'm saying is perhaps add at least these then, and this one, to this list. But I'm just putting it out there. I can't say for sure that I know the answer. I just know for years it was never paid. And one year, the deputies of the highway and the supervisor and the superintendent, they started to get paid. But it was done by individual resolution that particular year.
Yeah, and then from that point on, they basically left it in there. Whoever was gonna be a deputy, you made $100 more than what you normally do, they put the $100 down, because that's all you're getting for it.
Right. So I'm saying it's not a bad idea. If you don't want to do it, I'm not here to argue.
Okay, I'll go back to last year's because the salaries have not changed other than for the superintendent and for town clerk. I will put those in. All of these. I mean, none of these have changed with the exception
Right,
of,
so no, these are what you're adding, deputy, and historian.
well,
All of the rest are elected officials. They don't get set by resolution right now.
he's an elected official.
Right,
Right.
right,
He's
so,
also the deputy.
correct, but not as an elected deputy. He's not an elected,
As a deputy, you're appointed. The other positions, you're elected to. So in our case here, Sean would have the opportunity to designate any one of us as a deputy.
That's
And
it,
we
Tom,
pick-
you're fired. Margaret's the new deputy.
That's fine with me. I'll take the pre-firing. So alls we do is we list that for that position, they're gonna get, as I say, $100
right,
or what. And that's per year, and that's what's put down on the positions.
yeah, then it's
I hope you
covered.
like working late afternoons then, because I work every day.
So add deputy supervisor, deputy superintendent,
Got him.
and I would throw in historian. Tom, input on historian? Yes, no?
Yes, that's a separate, over and above what she's paid as she's working here
Yes.
for.
Correct. So I would add those three.
Where'd I put mine? Should I put down councilman's pay?
What did you ask?
What the councilmen get paid, should I put that in on this list?
No, because
No.
we're elected.
They're elected, and that position is X number of dollars at that point. If we give them a raise, we have to vote upon a raise to we can't just arbitrarily do it. If we can do raises, could we do them tonight? I'd like about a $60,000 increase if I could get it.
I could be both. Then the water district administrator and the water district clerk should be listed on here too then.
No, because we don't set that here tonight. That's in the water districts. That's the
But
same
that's
as,
not that's not under salary, and that's what you're saying
Right.
before. If it's salary, we don't put it in here.
it is kind of salaried. Yeah, Tom shaking
It's,
yes.
it's,
So put it under,
it's a breakdown because the thing is, we pay them so much. If they're elected, and again, as I say, if I'm elected and I'm making, it says I make $100 a year, That's what I get. Now, I come in and go to appointed to take care of the water, and you want to give me another $300, that's over and above, but it's all budgeted because we got to have the money to budget.
But as an elected official, and then as deputy, we had to put that down
Yeah.
here as extra.
I don't know. And yeah, you can show it.
You could show the whole thing if you want to. I mean,
You can't have elected officials on this list. Because then we do one resolution appointing everybody,
right.
and the
Yeah.
elected cannot be on here.
Right.
But, so if you, yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say with the water clerk and water administrator is they are set at budget time as a salary,
Their own.
not hourly.
Okay, neither is he as deputy. Well,
Right,
it's not
I
hourly.
know.
Right, we aren't hourly either. It's just a set figure.
Set figure, yeah, which is the same. So, yeah, treat them the same then. I don't know what the rate is now because District 9 is in, so I don't know the figure. I'd have to check the budget for the figure.
Okay, then, so under the rates of pay, the additional ones would be the bookkeeper at $13.77 per hour. Deputy supervisor gets an extra 400, that's per year. Deputy superintendent gets an extra 400 a year, per year. Historian is 500.
All right, I don't want to blow your mind, but the assessor and the CEO are the only two that now are not listed anywhere.
But they're approved, it's a set salary.
It's same as Tom and the water clerk. I know, we're going down a,
No,
Slippery slope.
yeah, it's the same as the water clerk. It's a set amount.
per district.
I'm talking the CEO and the assessor.
Okay, I'm just gonna redo the whole same sheet.
I can tell you the ones to take out. Any
Well,
elected,
yeah,
any
definitely.
elected official has to come out.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
And that one right
And town clerk,
there. No,
town clerk tax collector is elected.
no.
Justice.
Yep.
And you wanted to take out town attorney. There you go.
Okay. So I have left what I gave you before for the rates of pay. They're all set there, plus the bookkeeper, plus the deputy supervisor, deputy superintendent, historian, water district admin, water district clerk. Got that. Okay, gotta put in the CEO.
Assessor.
Yeah, and Got the justice clerk,
That's already listed.
justice, yep, I already got that listed right there. The assessor. Okay, so then the assessor was at 19 per year. CEO is 18,540 per year. And the water districts, we're gonna have to take a look at, because as Maureen pointed out, Water District 9 just opened. So there'll be a slight increase. But presently it's 67.85 for the two positions. And we'll see what it is when we add the other one in, the other water district. Okay. Any questions then? I'll make those corrections. I'll do them tonight before I go home and send them out to everybody.
Is Carrie still there?
Yeah, Carrie, you're still there, aren't you?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not responsible, Carrie, if my phone dies.
Okay. If I hear you guys cut out, I'll call somebody else's phone.
All right.
Okay. Any questions then? Can I have a motion to approve the appointments, rates of pay, the supplemental of a section, as well as the boards and members for the year 2021 with the changes that we just put into it?
I'll move that we accept it, as long as you get the changes in.
Yep, I'll have them, like I said, before I go home tonight.
I'll second.
Tom and Margaret? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so carried. Okay then. Yep. Last one, I need a motion for the duties of the supervisor, which is my due diligence, do my job.
I'll make that motion.
Lynn makes the motion,
Go ahead.
I'll second it.
Margaret seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, so carried. Okay, so endeth our first meeting then. If I hear a motion to end this board meeting, and we will meet back here again on the 13th for our official first board meeting. This is our organizational meeting. We'll have our first board meeting on the 13th of this month, 7 p.m. right here. So if I hear a motion,
So moved.
Carrie, second,
I'll second it.
Lynn, second, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed? So carried, thank you. So that's the end of our organizational meeting. Okay, now we open up for our workshop pertaining to comments from our public hearing on the proposed wind law changes.
Sean, I don't mean to interrupt, but are we supposed to do a different YouTube link just because I went to the wrong one originally?
Because they're back to back and not knowing what time one would end and the other one started up, I left them as one solid YouTube link.
It isn't. Because when I went online, I went to the wrong one originally and it said, oh, it's not starting until 5:30. The link on the website has two different links,
Oh,
one for
does it?
the organizational meeting and one for the, public hearing comments following.
Okay, then, I'm gonna end the stream on this. I must be trying to be too efficient then. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream.